So these are the products that I have from Juvia's place. This is the packaging. It comes in this very pretty, it looks brighter on my camera, but it's lighter. This nice coral orangey shade, and I really love the packaging as far as color is concerned. I mean, overall the packaging is very cute. Yeah. So for foundation, I picked up two different ones because I wasn't sure of my shade, but I ended up getting Baruchina 310, and this one is definitely way too dark for me. I think it will be too dark for me even in the summertime, so yeah, that's no good, unfortunately, because when you give makeup back to Ulta or to Sephora too, I believe, but I worked in Ulta before, so I know this, they just throw away the products, and once it's open, the seal is broken, it's done. So it's such a waste. But I didn't know my shade, and I was ordering online. I should have just tried to go in store and worked it out that way. I need to be more mindful of that. So the shade that worked out for me of the two is Punta Cana 435. I haven't seen a lot of reviews with people who are my skin tone. I don't know if you guys have, let me know, but I think that this works. Oh my god, I love this color. Like, I love this color so much. It's so freaking cute, like, right? But if you are the same skin tone as me or close to it, then I hope I can help you out. So this foundation is supposed to have a matte velvety finish to it, be super full coverage. They claim to be the most full coverage foundation in the world. So I have some dark spots along my jawline, my forehead, they are really there. And then also a little bit on this side as well, and a few on my chin. So like almost every spot on my skin, there's some dark spots from breakouts that I've had in the past. And they're still slowly but surely fading away. So the primer that I'm going to use, because this is more of a matte foundation. So this is the Becca First Light Priming Filter primer, not foundation. And I don't need to put this on my nose because my nose gets very oily. I have combination skin. That'll be good to know, right? My cheeks during the wintertime gets a little bit dehydrated and needs a little bit extra love in the moisture department. And my nose is the oiliest part of my face, like ridiculous. So I took on the Jahina technique. I haven't used this Fit Me foundation. I'm calling everything a freaking foundation. I haven't used this Fit Me powder to prep my skin for foundation before. So this could go terribly right or terribly wrong. We're gonna find out though. I got my I Am Magic concealer in the shade number 15, and I freaking love this color so much. It's perfect. But I just have trouble with the creasing. I don't know what it is. I'm going to use the ColourPop concealer in Dark 46. Give this concealer a fighting chance here. Because it's such a light color, I don't want my dark circles to show through and ruin everything. Boom, goodbye dark circles. And for application, I use my G36 brush by Morphe per usual. This brush has been riding out with. Look, that's how much I'm gonna put, okay? The color is a pretty decent match, right? I mean, it looks lighter for sure, but it's gonna work out because the concealer. Alright, so I need a little bit more for my forehead. I put on this foundation and just like, look how it covers my dark spots. Just so effortlessly. Up here, I still see my dark spots a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. Like, I'm like, alright, it's cool. I'm sure if I put on like a little bit more, it'll just be invisible, honestly. Look at that, the glitter transferred higher on this eye than this eye. This eye, I feel like it has way more lid space in this eye. I don't know if that was like an overtime thing or my eyes has always been like this. Weird. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Leave me alone. I don't know how it happened. So now I'm going to go in with the concealer. And notice when I put it on this concealer on my forehead and then set everything, it looked very cakey up there. So I'm putting a very small amount because this concealer is full coverage too and you don't need a lot. That's it for the nose, honey. But on their tutorial, tell me this isn't true. They be like going in, so I'm gonna just put a little bit more. I feel like I made a mistake just then. Should never did that. It's brightening, but it's not like crazy in your face. It kind of matches my chest. I think that's a good little tip, like match your concealer to your chest if it's lighter like mine, and that could be your highlighting shade. So kind of like if your chest is open, it kind of works, you know? I definitely put too much concealer underneath my eyes. You don't need that much. Don't be like me. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and kind of just blend on top of it around the edges and stuff. I dig it, I dig it. I'm gonna take my Anastasia banana powder base. Alright, I'm gonna use my fluffy brush and my micro smooth powder, nothing new here. And I'm gonna set the rest of my face. Okay, we looking smooth, honey, smooth. I'm gonna bronze on my face with this e.l.f. blending brush and the Fenty Beauty Truffle Matchstick, I believe it's called. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face off of camera and then I'll be back, shall we? Okay, so I'm back and I'm done with my entire face. Last thing to do is set my face. Ooh. Use a little bit more. Yeah, I'm done and it is 5:12. But right now everything looks so good. It looks so flawless. I just love how this foundation starts off. I just really enjoy the finish of this foundation and it photographs beautifully. I'm about to take a photo, so I'm gonna turn down my lighting and take one like that, and then I'm going to take one without flash. You get the picture. Cool, so we have some in there. I have a little clip right here, I forgot. So I'm going to insert the pictures for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like with the flash, without the flash, and I'll label both pictures, but I'm sure you can tell which one has flash and which one doesn't. So this is the, I don't even know what hour this is, but it's 11:57, 12. That's almost like the 9th hour that we're hitting. What? So I had this foundation on for a very long time. It's 12 o'clock. Wow. But yeah, and the craziest part is the fact that it still looks good. Just for the sake of looking cute, I'm going to add more blush. Even though my blush is there, it's just not as prominent as it was before. So even my blush stayed on this foundation. Actually, maybe I spoke too soon because I'm looking. So here's the thing, I hadn't looked in the mirror so far, but like from a distance, everything looks really good. Then we get close up and things start to look a little wee bit crazy. This area, I can attest to the fact that that was my fault because my nose was itching me. Something, I think like a little fluff flew on my nose or close by it, like right under here. It's faded there, like the foundation, it looks very just uneven in that area. And then on my nose, the foundation and everything definitely has broken up immensely. Like this stuff doesn't stick to my nose. It's just all broken up on my nose. It's crazy. It's definitely set into my fine lines for sure. Okay, you are super close to me, girl. Damn. Corona is here. Like, you need to... Nah, let me stop. But seriously, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's definitely breaking up around my nose area, and right around here it kind of built up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I hope so, because then this zoom in would just be pointless. You can tell underneath my eyes here, you can see that it's settled into my fine lines, which is not a big deal because all concealers are going to do that. I have accepted that now. I'm old, and I think this is just the mascara. It's not good for my lower lash line, which is why I have the darkness right there. So yeah, that might just be the fault of the mascara rather than the concealer. But all in all, I feel like the concealer held up really, really well. As you can tell, everywhere else looks amazing. Wow, love that. Typically foundations will like really sink deeply into my lash lines, but this foundation is freaking amazing. It hasn't broken up there, which is not normal. I definitely need to shave my mustache, but that's another story. No touch up needed on the cheeks, you know what I'm saying? And that's like the majority of your face, like this area. So that's really good. Little patchy and like separation right in this area. It's like where the concealer is, it looks a little bit thicker in comparison to the outer edge of my forehead. So overall, I think that this foundation did an amazing job. I am very disappointed about what has happened around my nose area because I definitely think it's worth the try. This foundation and the concealer a solid 4 out of 5 stars. I think it held up well throughout the day and for so many hours. I think it did a really good job. My nose definitely would need a touch up if I decide to wear this out for sure. So I don't think that this is a foundation that I would wear out for too many hours. This foundation has really great coverage. I think the color selection is really great as well. There might be potential for growth within the shade range. I think now everybody's on the bandwagon and like are starting to expand their shade range, which is amazing. They should have done it years ago. As long as there is change being made, you know, I'm happy for the progression. And it is black owned, so it's amazing to support another brand to support brands in general that are just black owned, because I don't feel like they get enough recognition, enough support. So I always would love to put my money towards black owned companies. Oh, I have CarMax. Alright, well that about sums it up for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, give it a thumbs up if you want to see more reviews from me. And don't forget, if you are feeling this vibe, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. And while you're here, why don't you just oh, look at that, just click the other video. Click it to the limit, cause we're in it to win it, in it to win. Alright, I know, stop.